garden of good creativity. We get free, be me, work it effortlessly. Do what you love and then allow the prosperity. You got this. Make good, make it your own. You know you got the power in your mind, heart, body, and soul to grow dreams, grow faith, grow you. Create authentically in the garden of good. Live, and love. In a God gonna dig big and trust. In a God gonna create, elevate, celebrate, and love. To the garden. Can you feel the love raining down on you right now from Asheville, North Carolina, from my heart to yours out there in Zoom land? Yes, welcome to the Garden of Good. I'm Amy Steinberg, your creatrix, your hostess with the mostess. Yes, so happy to see everybody here. Today we're going to really start with the Make Good book, and we're starting with the heart quarter, because this whole year is separated into 4 quarters, and it's heart, mind, body, and soul. So for the next 3 months, or a little bit left in January, and then February and March, we'll be exploring themes and ideas that relate to the heart, coming from the heart. And for each, and then we'll do mind, body, and soul. And then for each quarter, we like to pick a root and a fruit, something that we are working for on the inside. Thanks, Lisa. And something that we want to create or manifest on the outside, a fruit, an outer goal. So we're going to talk about that today, because here we are. We're at that first heart. And I know I've been thinking a lot about mine. It's important to remember that kindness is always first in the garden. Be kind to yourself as we do creative ventures, and as we dive into our heart today. Just open you. That's my favorite acronym for joy. Just open. Breathe that in. Remember that everything's your choice, what you do, what you don't do. Your camera is always optional, and it's confidential. I always like to start with some singing, and then we'll have a prayer from our beloved Reverend Jeannie, who's in the house with us. And every week I write a new little something that we can sort of just get into the, and Saskatoon, Canada's in the house as well. So glad you're here with us. This is just going to be a really, really simple little chant that I invite you to sing with me, because we know that singing triggers our parasympathetic nervous system, which calms us down. And it's usually when we're taking those deep breaths and we're letting the longer phrases come out, right? It's like, that's what singing does for our soul. This is going to be so easy. Like every week, I create these super, super easy chants that we just get to kind of sing. My heart is open. My heart is open. My heart is open to be the love. My heart is open. My heart is open. My heart is open to be the peace. That's it. Make it your own. My heart is open. My heart is open. My heart is open to be the love. Just be in it. My heart is open. My heart is open. Feel it opening. My heart is open to be the peace. Yes, come on. My heart is open. Big breath. My heart is open. My heart is open to be the love. Oh, my heart is open. Yeah. My heart is open. My heart is open to be the peace. Just like those monks walking up and down the United States, being the peace. That's just what we're doing here. That's what we do in the garden, is we're just the presence of peace, the presence of love, the presence of creative expression. Now this time I want you to make it your own, like we're doing lately, is where my heart is open, I am a peace, peace, peace. love, love, love. Make it your own. Do something crazy. Nobody can hear you. Oh, my heart is open. I feel the love of my heart is open. My heart is open. Be the peace, be the love, be the joy, be the creativity. I hope that there's somebody in your house that hears you like, just make some noise. Just make some noise, y'all. My heart is open, yeah. My heart is open. My heart is open to be the love.
So if it feels comfortable for you, close your eyes and find your heart space. Put your hands on your heart and let's just take a breath into our heart. And can you feel that breath of life, that breath that is the divine, that is you, that is everything. Breathe that in and out through your heart. And knowing that in this space of love, this heart space, this space of creativity, this space of wonder, this space of safety, that we arrive right here. And I know that this is the perfect place for us to be. And knowing this, I speak my word as law, that the divine presence is flowing in, as, and through each of us, throughout the Americas at this moment, because of our hearts opening. And that this love that we are, this light that we are, shines bright. And that everything that happens here in this moment, whether it's right now live or later, that each and every person within the sound of my voice and beyond is blessed. That as Amy, our creatrix, guides us, I know that we each receive exactly what it is we need. And for this, I am so grateful. I say, thank you, God. Thank you, life. Thank you, universe. And I let it go, calling it good. And together we say, and so it is.
I do one line. Everybody unmutes and you say it with me. Maybe I'll do a line and then you do a line. Today, I tap into my heart.
Today I tap into my heart.
I live from my heart.
I live from my heart.
Listening to the soft voice of spirit inside.
Listening to the soft voice of spirit inside.
I am guided gently to be the love and peace that the world needs now.
I am guided gently to be the love and peace that the world needs now.
I am a beacon of light and kindness.
I am a beacon of light and kindness.
And I am a vessel for joy.
And I am a vessel of joy.
I create from a place of freedom and delight.
I create from a place of freedom and delight.
Knowing that all is well in my heart.
Knowing that all is well in my heart.
And so it is. And
so
you
it
guys
is.
can keep yourselves unmuted for a moment, because as we go into this next section, which is starting every week now with the gift of gratitude. And unless there's noise, if there's noise on your end, then you can mute. And if not, then you can stay unmuted, because what I want us to do is I want us to open, if you have your book, I want you to open to page 15, which is your first gratitude break. And I want you to remember, I took my drawing from last week. This is going to be my barrier page that I put between whatever page I'm going to draw on or write on and between the next page so that it doesn't bleed through. But also something I noticed is that on the back of the gratitudes is the art pages. So you might want to use pencil or a light pen on your gratitudes or crayon or something that doesn't, or you can just bleed through. It doesn't matter. I just don't want you to ruin your book if you're using your book. And if you don't have your book, I just want you to make 8 little hearts down a page. And we're going to start with gratitude. And I'm going to share with you my gratitude list today. It's the ultimate feel-good tool. List some gratitudes that open your heart. So they're not just gratitudes, but they're gratitudes that open your heart. So I put here ability to love. My ability to love, just knowing that opens my heart. My ability to rest, connecting with friends, poetry, writing and reading. So I want you to just take a moment to write some gratitudes that open your heart. Last week, I'm excited to just let the book be the guide this year. And so I'll share with you the piece that is on the back page next to the heart. And this is a painting that I was going through a phase when I was painting during this time. And what I would do is I would just put a bunch of different color on a canvas. And then I would ask, what's living inside of this? What is living inside of this canvas? And this woman releasing this bird was living inside the painting. I swear I carved her out, much like Michelangelo talks about how David was living in there and just carved it out. And what I was going through at the time was this idea of freedom and this idea of letting go of bad habits. And I feel like in a way, this idea of following your heart or following, the colors on the canvas really, is such a great way to start this heart quarter, is with that idea that just slap the color on the canvas of your life, and what's meant to be will be revealed inside of it. So I'm going to read. If you don't have the book, if you do have the book, you can feel free to read along. It's only a page, but I'm going to read it out loud. Heart. This is the start of our heart quarter. Let's start with the heart. It's where softness lives, the gooey delight of life. When we are living from the heart, it means we are living from a place of loving awareness. And this is the essence of good. We are practicing making good. So let's start with the heart. When I think of the word heart, the first thing that comes to mind is my father passing of a sudden heart attack. Now just wait a fucking minute, Amy. I thought we were talking about making good. What the hell? Well, here's where we'll be traveling, my friends, into the first thought that comes, allowing it, and then transmuting it into the good that we can take and make from it. So as an example, yes, my father passing suddenly was rough, in all caps, shocking, overwhelming, and anxiety producing. But the tremendous good that came of it is very clear to me. I immediately became way, way more compassionate. The pain I felt created a much deeper understanding of grief and loss, and this is very good. What comes up for you when you hear the word heart? Write about it on the next page. So instead of just write about what comes up for you, you can, if you want, just like write there. But I thought as I was meditating that as we're working this book together, that I can be a little more specific with the prompts. So one of the things that's come up in advanced consciousness is this idea of being heart and mind coherent, being resonating at the same, like your heart, so that your heart and your mind aren't doing two different things, but that you're coherent. And so I thought, what does it feel like, a good prompt for this page to write for a minute about it? What does it feel like when you are coherent, when your heart is leading the way, right? And some things that I wrote were, I feel a gentleness. I feel a return to loving kindness. I have less anger. When I'm leading with love, I kind of get rid of that angry, that I feel restful and trusting, which brings me to my root. I think that my root for the heart quarter is going to be trust. And connected with that for me is rest, because I've been feeling a lot of rest for the last 2 weeks since my massive Ministar tour and, all the crazy travels and the jackets and all of the dollhouses. And I've just been feeling very not a sense of burnout, but a sense of okay, now it's time to rest and trust that next creative expression. In fact, my affirmation card is, my heart is filled with trust as we await the next creative adventure. So my fruit is going to be the unknown right now. I'm going to allow my fruit to actually be the unknown. So trust, in order to flex trust, I'm just going to keep sort of organizing my creative space, gently and quietly organizing my office and letting spirit come. Instead of forcing some kind of creative thing, I'm going to let it come to me. So I'm wondering, let me give you a few minutes to write. And this morning when I was thinking about today with you and this very first day of heart, and especially just becoming really present to what's going on in our country and in America. I know we have a lot of Canadians in here, but America's kind of a shit show right now. People are freaking out, and there's a lot of bad things happening to people, especially in Minneapolis, as you know, in the news. So we in the Garden of Good just send our love out to anyone affected by what's going on with ICE and living in any kind of fear. I don't think that our nation is really built on that energy, or the ideal of this nation isn't anyway. It's a place that people come, they, rest your weary head here in America. No, shouldn't feel like you have to run from here. So just presencing that as I go in. And I was like, well, how could we talk about the heart tonight? And I said, well, what makes everybody feel good? Puppies, kitties, and babies. So I said, that's what tonight's theme is going to be as we enter into the heart. Puppies, kitties, and babies. I want to talk about them because they soften us. And softening is actually really brave. It's really, really brave. But if you look at nature, in nature, softness is protected. A snail carries a shell to safeguard that soft life. A crab grows by shedding its shell, allowing the softness to expand before a new layer forms. Trees have bark, but inside, the parts that carry nourishment are tender. Nature guards softness because softness is where life grows. And we're here at the beginning of the year. We're officially stepping into the heart quarter. Last week we opened the gates to the garden again, but tonight we really enter into the process. And we're entering into the heart, and the heart is not entered with force. Can I hear an amen? It is entered with curiosity and gentleness and care, the way a puppy learns the world. Actually, that's not always care. They sometimes throw themselves in the wall, but they learn. The way a kitten discovers the light, the way a baby opens its eyes, this trust that something loving is going to meet them. And I love this idea of why puppies, babies, and kitties do what they do to us. And it's kind of cool. I love the science of it all. When humans look at babies, puppies, or kittens, the brain releases a trio of chemicals. Oxytocin, which is for connection and bonding. That's why you just want to you just want to hold it. Dopamine, because it brings you joy and motivation. I'm going to get up and take that dog out. You get motivated for your puppy. Serotonin, it makes you feel calm and well-being. So together, these chemicals send a clear message through your body. You're safe. You're safe to open. This is such an elegant design of nature. It supports care and attentiveness. It makes nurturing feel natural. And because of this chemistry, we're drawn toward what is small and new and vulnerable. We slow down. breathe deeper, our hearts engage. And it's really kind of cool that it happens just by looking, just by seeing a baby, just by seeing a puppy. Our body participates. Just by noticing, our heart responds. The nervous system settles. There's a couple cute little fun facts that I found about puppies and kitties. You probably already knew, but puppies dream, and their paws twitch as their brains. My new puppy is such a dreamer. Dreams and makes noise in his sleep. Kittens purr to soothe themselves, creating calm through vibration. Also, there's a vibration of healing in a kitten's purr. Gentle touch of a cat or a dog lowers stress hormones, supports healing. The heart communicates continuously with the brain, shaping our emotional experiences. So these are not small things. They show us how connection is built through attention and rhythm and warmth and presence. And so if we zoom out a little bit in New Thought, we say that consciousness is creative. And in quantum science, we see that observation influences our experience. So here's what all comes together. When we soften, perception shifts. When we soften, perception shifts. And when perception shifts, our experience changes. We live in a participatory universe. What we attend to grows. What we care for flourishes. Puppies and kitties and babies invite us into this participation. They're just the example that I'm using, of course, toward our consciousness, tuning our awareness toward life and tenderness and possibility. And so as we enter the heart this quarter, I want to gently offer, number one, soften the heart. Just let it melt. Let it be tender. Please try not to harden against what's going on in the world. I know it's going to be a tendency. It's a tendency on my end. I will say heinous things at the television when I'm watching something that just makes me feel crazy. But inquire into the heart. Ask for what it longs for. And protect yourself. Shield from the heart. Shield your heart. In other words, choose what news, how long you're going to watch it. If you're going to indulge in what's going on and you want to know what's going on in the world, give yourself 10 minutes. Give yourself, I'm going to look at the headlines, and then turn within and decide to shield your heart with love. Choosing to nurture the positivity in the world. That's just, if you're drawn here to the Garden of Good, then you're drawn to this movement of New Thought, which is it's a very positive energy in the world. And heal your heart. The way to heal the heart that I've experienced in very recent times, especially with the dollhouse work, is about witnessing. Just witnessing with kindness, the same kindness that we offer the puppy when we're learning to walk. Just gentle inquiry. So some questions to ask yourself as you remember all the things you love and all the phases of your life. Ask yourself, where in my life is something new growing? Where in my life is something new growing? What part of me feels soft and just learning? What does that part need to feel supported? And you don't really need answers tonight. Presence is enough. So we're beginning this year in this heart space by just honoring softness. Softness as strength. Softness is not my strong suit. I was brought up in that's why, like, in my dollhouse and there's a space right next to the room of possibility called the space of sweetness. We didn't have softness in my home growing up. And so there comes this moment that I had earlier this week in the hot tub. I was sitting there and I was thinking about growing up in an unhappy home. There is definitely a default for me of feeling unhappy. And so it is profound when I said to myself, you know what, Amy? Maybe it's okay to allow that space of unhappy to just be there sometimes and to look at it and go, This feels a lot like the home I grew up in. This feels safe to me. And that's why I'm experiencing it. And then in recognizing that, it immediately shifts. It immediately shifts. It's just recognizing and honoring and then allowing a softness. Allowing a softness, because I feel like at the root of everything, like I don't think anybody's naturally hard or naturally angry at the world or, in some kind of traumatic situation by nature. I think it's something we learn. Just like the puppy comes out all gooey and soft and playful and doesn't get scared until you hit it on its nose or it falls down the stairs or something happens, right? Our nature is softness and sweetness. You will combine the word with your root and you'll make it your own. So I put, my heart is filled with trust as I await, the next creative adventure. I'm going to say that again. My heart is filled with trust as I await the next creative adventure. So that's my little affirmation that this is a love offering based community. Whatever you give is gratefully received. I do all the things, the PayPal, the Cash App, the Zelle, whatever you want to do. Also, we have garden grams we send out to each other. We have a list of addresses, and if you'd like to be added to that list or if you'd like to receive that list, just shoot me an email. I am so very, very grateful to all of you and all of the love, all the financial support. This past couple of weeks, I've been just in that space of trust with finances, knowing that I have planted so many seeds and I've done so much travel and creativity and I've made so much music that I just know that, it's like I'll just be trusting and then I'll get this notification that, CD Baby has a payment for you. It's $55. It's not like an overwhelming amount, but I notice it and I say, I am abundance. I am abundance. The universe has my back, And so I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to be able to do what I love. And I have a 3-page meditation here for us. And I want to ask Kim to read the first page, Nick to read the second page, and Rev Lorraine to read the third page out loud. I will turn it. And so I invite everybody to just listen in to Kim, Nick, and Lorraine. And you can just take it away, Kim.
May you see that the crack in your heart is a way for your light to push on through. Know that nothing is broken. Your heart is simply opening to illuminate the beauty of your truth. Heart space, breathe, deep listening. Heart space, breathe, release, listening.
May you find the courage to rest in the unknowing, curiously aware of the moment unfolding, even as the mind gets lost in story after story. Perhaps you grasp onto anything because it feels as if the ground is moving. All the while you are standing still. Heart space, breathe, deep listening. Heart space, breathe, release, listen.
May you find time to sit at the altar of your heart, where your light reveals the shadows that lurk, with compassion as your guard, the breath as your guide. Take a closer look Be kind with what you find, and in due time, let them dissolve into your loving awareness. Heart space. Breathe. Deep listening. Heart space. Breathe. Release. Listening.
Thank you so much, everyone, for reading those beautiful words written by Wendy Heckert. And we do have a little bit of home play this week, things that you can do. Seek softness. Be extra gentle this week with yourself. And I want you to be prepared to share some softness next week. Something that stuck out to you as being soft or sweet, whether it's that you look for the puppies, look for the babies, look for the moments of softness that you have with yourself. I want you to keep like a record of softness this week that you can share with us. I think that that's, even if it's like the fuzziness of your blanket, or, you know, the softness of your hair as you're doing it, just becoming aware of the softness as this world tends to feel like it's hardening up a little bit right now. We're going to hold space for a soft heart. I did not mean to do that. Sorry. I just wanted to close with a small prayer. So I invite you to take a moment to close your eyes. Just starting where we began. Ending where we began with gratitude. So grateful and thankful for this community, for this time together, for the connectivity, the honesty, the safety, the expression, the safety of creativity, the safety of community, the words that we hold so sacred, the hearts that are open, that sleep so gently and softly tonight, sweet dreams, dreams of open-heartedness and safety, and knowing that there's an evergreen softness inside of each and every one of us. I just declare and know for each and every one of us deep, deep love, trust, awareness, joy, visibility, enthusiasm. All of these roots that we're planting together, knowing that as we share them with each other, they combine just like the trees do in the forest, that our roots join together and we learn from each other and we grow from each other, being inspired by Lorraine's, dedication to clearing her art space and her creative space, knowing that as Margot expands on that inner space, that we all expand a little bit, knowing that each and every one of us have something to complete. And as we see Somra complete her latest sacred geometry sketch, we are inspired and excited. Just seeing each other bloom and blossom, it's such a gift. Knowing that the unknown is guiding us, that there's a brilliance back of all things. So I release my word, knowing that it is creative and powerful. So imagining all of us with our arms spread wide, just like Anne, saying, I got the power of love within me. I declare and release, and so it is. And I will play an outro, and if you'd like to hang out and chat a little more, we always welcome that. I love you. Bye-bye. Here we go. Play, pray, slay. In the dark, gonna make good today. In the dark, gonna create, elevate, celebrate, and love. G.O.G. Garden of good creativity. We get free, be me, working effortlessly. Do what you love and then allow the prosperity. You got this. Make good, make it your own. You know you got the power.